Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about stopping complaining. You have the opportunity and the power to take control of your boxing business, whether you're a fighter, amateur or pro, or whether you're a gym owner, whether you're somebody that's in the game as a promoter, whatever it is you want to do. There are services now out there. There's the internet out there, and the options are plentiful. So there's no reason for anybody to be getting ripped off or not to know what the next step is. Anytime you're doing business with someone, look them up, find out about their credibility. If they say that they've done something, look it up, man. The internet is there. It's the best investigative tool you can have, and you can figure out if somebody's saying what they're saying is true or not. If you don't do that and you end up in a bad deal, the responsibility rests with you. For me, I personally take all responsibility for any of my failures that I've had, and I've had tons of them, and I use them as learning opportunities. And they've taught me basically to stop wasting time on arguing over crumbs. A lot of people, especially in the local boxing scene in Ontario, arguing over crumbs instead of building a bigger pie. Build a bigger pie. There's going to be people that you can work with. Forget about the people that you can't. There's tons of people that you can work with that will be able to help you get to where you need to go, and getting, whether it's 50%, 30%, 20%, 10% of something is better than getting 100% of nothing. There's a lot of area for growth, and especially in Canada, the market's wide open. Boxing, in my opinion, is underrated in Canada, and there's a lot of area for growth, but it has to be developed. So people that are too generally focused on what's already there and what's already happening need to just take a look towards the future and realize that you don't have to argue over something that's very small when you can work to build something that's a lot bigger. I'm going to use one example, and this is an international figure that's just kept on looking forward. Bernard Hopkins, when he was younger, went to jail. The guy had 9 felonies, came out of jail to win the middleweight world title, record over 20 defenses. There were times when he was a champion that he was supposed to get. There was a time he was supposed to get $700,000, and he only ended up with $50,000. But he kept progressing. He kept working hard enough to continue winning, and ultimately he worked with the right people, and he was able to put himself in the driver's seat. Bernard Hopkins is a guy that anybody can easily pull up a documentary for him on YouTube at any time. Do your homework, research people, see what people have done. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of examples out there, but the main thing is, don't worry about complaining. Stop complaining, stop fighting over the crumbs, build a bigger pie. That's my message. If anybody that's interested in working or building, I have DO International Boxing Consulting. And again, I'm willing to work with anybody that's willing to work with me and help build the sport of boxing. You can send us any messages via Twitter at DOKPOSIO or through email okposio@hotmail.com. Thank you for tuning into the episode. I'm just fighting the tail end of a cold, so I appreciate you bearing through this episode with my horrible voice, and hopefully I'll be well enough soon to continue making you energetic episodes for the DO Boxing Show. And there's a lot of amateur fights coming up, so don't forget to check them out. And everybody's working hard in the boxing industry. There's been a lot of great shows. Dwight Fraser had the Victory Ball a short while ago. There's a lot of exciting boxing if you look for it. So you check out the Ontario Boxing Association site and the Boxing Ontario site for your local amateur shows. Pro scene is very active here in the province of Ontario, Gloved Up Promotions out in British Columbia just had a show as well. And Quebec is always going with numerous shows, and they have numerous shows coming up in June as well. So look out for those. I'm not going to do a calendar of events, but the information is out there if you search it out. But I will tell you about one event that you should attend, and that is the bowling event, which is a fundraiser for the Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame on Friday, June 24th. Come out, 5 hours of bowling for $20. There's prizes to be won, silent auction items. You can get some boxing memorabilia there, and we're looking forward to seeing you there. And it's also going to be the launch for issue number 34 of Below the Belt Boxing Magazine. So if you want to have a good time, come on out. We'll see you there, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you.